So we are currently in the process of counting. Well, not we, I'm Canadian, but America is in the process of counting the votes to see who wins the 2024 election. And last night, Joe Rogan made his official endorsement, or yesterday, of Donald Trump. Now, before we get into this, we gotta talk about what matters more than Democrat, Republican, conservative, whatever. Culture. I'm talking about culture, right? The culture right now, and I'm an MMA YouTuber. Donald Trump has been around the MMA scene ever since it began. He had his own um, promotion. I've said that multiple times. Most people in my area of the internet usually are pro Trump or pro conservative. I'm not saying everybody, but yeah. But the fact that not only Joe Rogan, but you have Jimmy Dore, you have so many of these liberal comedians, liberal show hosts, now leaving the left. Like, you know, what liberal used to mean and what liberal should mean is nothing like what the so-called liberals are. If you're truly liberal, you believe in independence, you believe in everybody being equal, and everybody being able to think how they want, to go for what they want, and that is not what the current establishment, the current progressives are showing. You know, regardless who wins within the next few days, you cannot deny that the left has lost the culture. They may win the election, but they lost the culture. You know, and we can get into the immigration. We can get into all the wars. We can get into everything else. We can get into which celebrity is endorsing who, and like I said in my other videos, you shouldn't go off of an endorsement from a celebrity, from a YouTuber, TikTok influence, from anybody. The person that should be deciding your vote, your opinion, regardless of where you live, should be you and you only. You need to factor in what are your values, what are your needs, and you need to vote off of who you think will be able to meet those needs. And me being a Canadian, like I've been saying in every single video I've been making about the election, the big guy, Joe Rogan, any of these celebrities and that, is that the disconnect between mainstream media, between celebrities, is beyond what we thought it was. You know, it's I don't think it's possible for any politician, regardless of how they grew up, how much money they had, to truly empathize with its citizens, with how much money is at stake in politics. I really think that of any business, politics is the most corrupt. I think we know that throughout history. We can go through every country's bad deeds and bad leaders and everything. But like, it's it's crazy how polarizing it is. It's crazy that Joe Rogan has to come out and endorse, right? You know, I think you should be able to say whatever you want. If you want to make an endorsement, cool by you. But like like I said, these are not conservatives that are endorsing Trump. These are not, you know, Republicans. And this is the other thing you need to factor in. This may be the only fucking election the Republicans will be able to win for a while. I'm not saying they don't have good candidates. They have a lot of they have a lot of smart people in the Republican Party coming in who have been there for years that absolutely could take over the reins in 2028 and lead that party. But I feel like you guys may turn into Canada, where it's been a revolving fucking door of morons for the last 10 years. Polyev is different though. Polyev actually knows how to speak. He actually knows how to relate, and he actually knows how to look human in an interview. But I just I've made so many videos now of how I don't get how we got to this point, how we got into such a division, right? And I'm somebody who I've been interested in politics ever since I started shoving the shit in Star Wars and my video games. You fuck with my Star Wars and my video games, you're fucking done. By the way, I still haven't watched Acolyte. I don't plan if I ever. I don't know if I plan on ever watching it. But like after Obi-Wan, like that Obi-Wan show. Okay, this is completely fucking off topic, and it is a genuine reason why I will not vote for any fucking progressive candidate for a while. Obi-Wan Kenobi, because if you guys are Star Wars nerds, you remember Obi-Wan Kenobi originally was supposed to be a movie, and then it was going to be a trilogy, and then they turned it into the TV show because it's Disney Plus. And then they had that fucking, I forgot who the fuck directed that show. They had a few of them. Whoever wrote that show, and originally it was supposed to be Ryan fucking Johnson, who, he wrote The Last Jedi. We can get in. I'm still not over that movie, but it was Star Wars. It was fucking Call of Duty, like Call of Duty having chat moderation is the dumbest shit ever, right? Like I grew up. My first Call of Duty was Black Ops 1. My opinion, the greatest Call of Duty to this day. They need to remaster it because I'm not buying the bullshit that they're selling now. But I grew up on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, GTA 5. Maybe not the best things, but along with early internet, it was like you were able to go online, you could say whatever the fuck you wanted, and everybody realized the internet wasn't real. It's just a joke. At the end of the day, regardless of your politics, regardless of your religion, you're all just having fucking fun and shooting the shit at the end of the day. But it's like, you go anywhere now. You go anywhere in real life. You go gaming online. Yeah, you're gonna have some funny moments here and there. But like, it's it's annoying that like no matter where you go, you're gonna find this shit. I know I'm being a hypocrite making multiple videos on it. Well, it's my opinion. If you don't want to hear it, you don't need to click on the video. But like, I I wouldn't say I'm a conservative, right? Well, like, I've been drawn to more conservative values for the past few years, even though I don't, you know, I believe in God. I wouldn't say I'm Christian or conservative or Muslim. I'm actually researching into every religion to kind of answer some questions that I have from both books and both faiths about, you know, it's again, religion is a very tough topic. You're never gonna, you will never ever have an easy time bringing up that subject. Here I am talking about politics. Well, like, I don't know, dude. I feel like if we do not dial it back, like, I feel like the only way this progressive shit will end is if, like, we have a dramatic election. Like, up here in Canada, like, the the predicted outcome of the 2025 election, and then again, this is a prediction, like, the Liberals are set to be completely swept. Um, Again, we've had them for 10 years, so it's. I really hope we get rid of them. And yeah. I'd say again another topic, but like, man, I don't know. I've been a fan of the UFC my whole life. I've been a fan of Joe Rogan my whole life. Like, dude, I him and Mike Goldberg's voice live in my head rent free. Like, there are just so many clips um on on Joe Rogan commentary that I feel like if the media dug into like his old commentary, which by the way, Joe Rogan, best sports commentator ever. I don't care. You can say what you want about his commentating being trash now. He earned it. He built MMA, and again, that's why people like me um appreciate Joe Rogan and respect Joe Rogan. Beyond MMA and that, I've been watching the Joe Rogan podcast since probably like grade 6, something like that. And like, he did it, like, he obviously has gotten into some political conversation before and that. Like, you watch Joe Rogan and that, like, Joey Diaz, like, hey, if you're a fan of MMA or a fan of Joe Rogan, you know who Joey Diaz is. Joey Diaz, whenever he goes on that podcast, I swear to God, man, he's one of the funniest fucking people there is. Dear God, like, he, well, I think it was on the 1,000 episode of the Joe Rogan podcast. It was Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, who, wait, he's been interesting, and Joey Diaz. And dear God, dude, the stories that Joey Diaz has shared on that podcast have had me on my floor pissing myself. Anyways, but like, that's what I mean, right? Anybody who has been a fan of MMA, a fan of Joe Rogan for years, you know that, like, he's not political. He's not conservative. Like, he has some conservative values. He's got into that. But, like, he's not a guy that would champion the Republican Party. And I don't think anybody should champion every party, but I guess that's what you need to do now. I don't know. I just, obviously, being a fan of Joe Rogan, I'm happy to see that, not, like, he's been able to go from, this silly little podcast that he had, where he had, fighters, his friends on, to his podcast is now one of the only areas you can go to and get a neutral, like a neutral source of anything. Like, again, Donald Trump went on that podcast for 3 hours. Then they discussed all kinds of shit. Nobody on the left is watching that. And anybody on the left who did, I've heard that has really changed their mind on Trump. But, I don't know. I just wanted to make a video on this. We'll see what happens tonight, man. Or over the next few days. Obviously, be safe if you voted already, if you're going out to vote. Um, you know. And regardless who wins, none of it really matters. I mean, you're still gonna have corruption, no matter what. But I mean, as long as you as an individual, hold to your values. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter who's in power. It doesn't matter who controls the media. If you have the ability to think for yourself, to chase what you want to chase, provide for yourself, that's all that matters. Well, yeah, I was gonna make a joke there, but I don't want to get caught in a political debate, even though this is a political video. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys for 400 subscribers, by the way. Yeah, later.